So it's been about a week since British TV presenter Caroline Flack committed suicide, which has been massive in the press. It's raised awareness of mental health issues once again. And I've been lucky enough to be invited here to the Bournemouth Samaritans charity to talk to Sarah, thank you so much, about what the Samaritans do and how the Samaritans is a charity that can help. Also in this video, I really want to highlight some of the things that you can do if you're struggling with feeling low, if you're struggling to cope. There's lots of reasons, aren't there, why people might call the Samaritans. Do you want to explain a little bit about what the charity does and the service you provide?
Yeah, so we're here for anyone who needs to talk, basically, anyone who needs some support in any way. If you have mental health problems, we're here for you. If you're feeling suicidal, we're here for you. If you're just having a bad day and you need to talk to someone, we're here for you. That's the point of Samaritans, and you can get in touch with us by phone or by email, and we're just launching a new web chat service as well. So.
Wow, incredible. And it's mainly run by volunteers, isn't it, the charity?
Completely. I mean, our branch is 100% volunteers. There's hardly any paid positions, I think maybe in head office, but we're all volunteers here.
Which is just incredible that so many people are giving up their time to help others. And the service itself is free of charge, isn't it? Which is an unusual thing. There's so many different types of therapy you can go and get out there, but so many of those cost a fortune. I think quite often people are put off by the price of counselling and therapy. And also the process, if you go to your doctors and talk to them about mental health issues, to go through the counselling system, although I do think it's getting better, but it is a long process and you have to sit on a waiting list. Whereas this is a charity where you can just pick up the phone and speak to someone 24 hours a day, isn't it?
Yeah, we're always here.
Yeah. And you yourself, so you work on the phones, and I think one of the misconceptions about the Samaritans is it's the charity to ring when you are suicidal. But it really isn't just that, is it? It's a place people can call. Children or adults, men and women can call in. And what sort of things would people call you about, Sarah?
It really can be so varied. I mean, I've heard everything that you can possibly think of. Starting from maybe, I don't know, money issues or family issues, relationship problems, bereavement, sexuality, all sorts of different things.
Yeah. And one of the big things that actually surprised me, one of the things that I didn't know about the charity, and you know, when we were talking about it earlier, you told me that the charity is confidential. So if it's holding you back picking up the phone because you're worried that you're sharing a secret that, or something that you're struggling with that might expose you in some way, and you might end up with the police on your doorstep, or you know, social services getting involved, it's not that, is it? It's confidential. So if I were to phone you, you can't actually see my number, can you?
No, I can't see anything at all when I get a phone call. It's a computer screen in front of me with, you know, a system set up on it. There's no phone number, there's no location, nothing. I don't know where you're from unless you tell me. I don't know where you are. Don't know who you are.
So it really is just a listening ear. And I think one of the big things whenever you're struggling with something is to talk. It's one of the hardest things to do. And I know that, you know, when I'm ever struggling with things, it's really easy to shut yourself off from the world around you, or to think that there is nobody who wants to hear your problems. And I think, you know, with the, you know, Caroline Flack's death, it has highlighted exactly that. You know, there was a friend that said she was draining, and she said in her own words that she felt like she was a burden on people. And I think that is one of the big things that people feel when you phone a friend and you're constantly sharing your struggles, your grief, you know, your personal issues. You feel like you are just draining people. And actually sometimes it can be an incredible thing to share with somebody who's not a friend, and you don't feel like you're, here's Bonnie. Sarah's got her daughter Bonnie in today because Sarah's yet again working and juggling parenthood. Hi, Bonnie.
Bonnie's
You gonna say
eating her
hello?
plate.
She's just eating her raisins. She got a bit of a snack attack on just before we started filming. So, and it's just incredible what you do, because you're a single parent, aren't you? And yet you're doing a job voluntarily to give to other people, which just says a lot about you.
I think it's important in the situation that I'm in. I mean, because I can empathise with so many of our callers. We have a lot of people in my situation, so you can guarantee that when you call in, you're going to be talking to someone who understands, and
a real person.
Maybe we haven't been through your exact situation, but we've been through other situations, maybe, or we've spoken to friends and loved ones about situations similar. So we understand.
Well, it's just incredible, and I think, massive thanks to people like yourself who are coming in and doing this on a daily basis and giving to other people. So what would you say? Thank you, Bonnie. What would you say to someone who's perhaps watching this video because they are struggling with suicidal thoughts, or struggling with some lows or difficult times in their life? How important is it that they pick up the phone and talk about it?
I think it's really important. I mean, it's not going to harm you to pick up the phone and just talk to one of us. It can only do good, really, because we just want to help. Hello. Yeah, it's a great place to start, and I think people often find that once they've spoken about it to someone, a volunteer, then it's a lot easier to talk about it again. So people really struggle often to make the first phone call, and we get a lot of people calling up and then just hanging up the phone. And it might be that they do that 3, 4, 5 times before they get the confidence to talk, and then eventually, thank you, Bonnie, eventually they get the guts to talk and open up, and then after that it just becomes a bit easier to talk about things. And yeah, I think that I can't say for sure, but I think that probably allows people to seek help and talk to their loved ones eventually about it, maybe.
Yeah, so there it is. So please do pick up the phone, because there are people waiting to talk to you. So if you are watching this video because you haven't found the confidence yet to pick up the phone and dial 116 123, then let this be your bit of encouragement, because it is people, lovely, easy to chat to people like Sarah on the end of the phone who are just waiting to chat to you and listen. And it doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're male or female, whatever it is on your mind, there are people here to listen. So massive thanks to you and all the volunteers at the Samaritans. Like I mentioned earlier, the Samaritans are constantly looking for volunteers, and there's a fantastic training process for you to establish whether this is something you could cope with doing, but a massively rewarding job to be doing. Poor Sarah's being abused. You might need to call into the Samaritans when Bonnie's finished with you. Be gentle with your mummy. Be gentle with your mummy. Thank you so much for watching, and please do drop me a comment below if you want to get in touch. You're always really welcome to message me. I've got quite a lot of videos that cover mental health. I am always happy to receive your messages and will respond as soon as I can. And once again, phone that number if you're unsure whether to, because it's completely confidential. You can pick up the phone and have a chat any time of day or night. So thank you so much, Sarah.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much for watching. Sending you lots and lots of love.